Greetings viewers and subscribers. I'm off on another adventure to Morocco, this time in the Land Rover. So I'm just crawling into Portsmouth to catch the ferry from Portsmouth to Bilbao. Then I shall go across Spain to the Gibraltar area and catch a ferry to Morocco and down to Marrakesh. So it's currently very cold and I'm in a traffic jam. Welcome to England again. Once aboard the ferry, I enjoyed the usual Brittany Ferries quality facilities. Well, good morning everybody. I'm just about to disembark from the Brittany Ferries boat in Bilbao. It's cold and wet outside, not raining but drizzle, and I don't seem to have much of a clutch, which is rather unfortunate. I just limped onto the ferry 2 nights ago using a bit of nifty starter motor clutch action. I'm having to push the pedal right down as hard as I can to the floor to get anything. So first job when I get off is to find somewhere sheltered and try and bleed the clutch, which should be straightforward. We'll see. So I'll keep you posted. Well, I'm somewhere in central Spain on the way down to Gibraltar area. It's pretty cold. It's starting to rain, but I've had a good run down here. I bled the clutch up north when I got off the ferry in reasonable weather. It seems to be holding out. I'll probably bleed it again when I get to Marrakesh. Anyway, all's well. See you later. Well, I'm through customs and passport and about to board the ferry over to Morocco. There's virtually no clutch, but I can just about do the starter motor and what bit of clutch there is, and hopefully when I get over there I can get it sorted. Wish me luck. Well, we've made it to Garage Uriki in Zagora by topping up the clutch fluid reservoir and bleeding it every now and again, and if we do that it's okay, but now I'm here, Aziz is going to replace the pipe and make up a new one. So thank you, Aziz. You have the parts on the shelf ready, and the old rusty ones come off and the new one's going back on. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Nice.
It mentions in the guide that this particular stretch to Zagora has soft sand and ruts. You're not kidding. It's been a real haul in this sand in 3rd year low ratio. But we've done it and we're getting there. Thanks. We had a minor stick in soft sand, so while Neda did some digging, I took some photos. We're out here in the Zagora region. We've probably gone a little bit off our intended course, but that happens, and we're in some sort of low dunes which are quite tricky. The big dunes are over there and the rocks are over there. But I'm following it roughly on the map here, and what we needed was a waypoint for the unpronounceable town of Portsmouth. So here it is. So I've put it into the GPS, and now I know that if I follow that arrow, whatever happens, we will get there. An hour before sunset, we set up camp for the night. Nothing beats the solitude of the desert. The following morning we set off in search of a well I had visited on a previous trip. So this is the oasis we're trying to get to, just visible in the distance there. And there is a track over there just below those footers, the one we should have been on last night but we missed it. So now we've got to try and figure out a way to get down here, shouldn't be too hard, and across there to that place. We found the well and took on fresh water, but it had a rather salty taste, good only for washing, so we continued to Portsmouth. Soon we were making good progress on the stony surface of Lake Uriki. Lunch at restaurant Zagora is an essential part of crossing the desert. It's funny, when we rush past through Portsmouth, we never look at this. This is the old Kasbah. It's easy to imagine that people were living here until perhaps, 40, 50 years ago. We did as they would have done and stocked up on food. I pulled off the road north out of Foum. We're going to go left and up that way, following the Trans-Morocco Trail. So we're sort of 100% on it now. And then I don't know where it's going to lead us, which is good fun. So here we are in a beautiful oasis, way off the beaten track, where no tourists will come. And that's the beauty of having a good guidebook and the TMT app to refer to as well. So we're actually on the TMT route, but all these places are catalogued in the guide as well. And this is just stunning. There's beautiful clear water here, colour, and we have it to ourselves. Thanks. What a remarkable road. go a metre to the right and we fall off into the stream, a metre to the left and we hit the rocks, but it's dead easy, fairly flat, our way up through another unspoilt village. High in the Atlas Mountains we found this perfect meadow amongst the rocky landscape and made camp there. Although access to it proved to be a bit of a challenge. There were surprises around every corner as we explored mountain roads and remote villages. Wild camping was easy as there was nobody about. We've been making steady progress up this dried up riverbed. It's been fantastic scenery, but you can feel every rivet in the old Land Rover is getting a bit rattly, but then I think it's been like that for the last 25 years. Anyway, it's a beautiful place and we've stopped to have a break and eat some melon, and I think we're probably about half an hour from tarmac now, but we've been on it since yesterday afternoon at our own pace, which is pretty slow. We came across this well and water reservoir and stocked up with clean water. We were heading southwest on both tracks and tarmac to Cap Dra and the end of the Trans-Morocco Trail. We should have ended up there. No thanks. For the coastal route, the nature of our trip was changing from adventure to holiday. We did tourist stuff and mostly stayed in hotels. It was nice to have the comfort of a bathroom after 2 weeks of camping in the caravan. In the village of Afud, a woman was making bread. The smell was irresistible and we bought the first loaf. This is where we're going to buy liver from the chap on the right, and the man on the left is going to cook it, and then we're going to sit in the back there and eat it. It's a wet and miserable day heading up towards Essaouira. We spent a couple of days in Essaouira before heading east and back to Marrakesh to bring this part of the trip to an end.